Hello from SeaWorld. I am at SeaWorld today for SeaWorld's Christmas celebration. I'm super excited to see what's going on this year. It's probably going to be relatively modified comparatively to previous years. I'm here at the very end of the day, so I'm excited to hopefully see some Christmas lights, maybe some Christmas shows, maybe have some food or some beverages. Let's head inside. Okay, so I'm inside SeaWorld, and look at this massive tree over here. This is super cool, and it occasionally lights up, which is neat. I'm checking out the schedule for the evening just to see what kind of shows that they have. They don't have Miracles, unfortunately, which is the orca show, but they do have It's a Wonderful Nights, a new story to tell, which is similar to Oh Wondrous Night, I'm presuming. They have Sea Lion High, the Christmas special, and then they have Winter Wonderland on Ice, which is a returning favorite. So I don't think that I'm going to be doing all of those. See, the tree just lit up. I don't know if you can tell, it was kind of subtle. I think I'm going to be doing the Sea Lion Christmas special, and then probably, I'm assuming, the ice skating show, because I've seen Oh Wondrous Night before, and if it's similar to that one, then I'm okay with kind of skipping that one for now, at least being here by myself. So that's the plan, but those don't start for another hour or so, so I have to fill the time with some sort of an activity, which is probably going to be food and/or drinks. This is kind of cool. I'm behind the Christmas tree, and this is one of those where you can like look at yourself right up here in the bulb. This makes like a really cool kind of picture to take in one of these giant bubbles on the Christmas tree. Okay, so instead of going this way, I'm gonna head over towards the festival area and see if that route is open, the one that leads over to Bayside Stadium. I'm assuming that it is, and if it is, then maybe I can get some peppermint hot chocolates or some other treats. Okay, so the festival area is not currently open. I'm assuming that it's probably gonna open within the next half an hour or an hour or so, so I'm excited to go over in that direction. I just have to kill some time in between now and my first show of the evening. Okay, so who knows, maybe I'm gonna stumble upon some sort of a little treat or a potential booth that may be selling some hot chocolate that is probably top tier what I'm looking for today. Okay, so right over here they are selling tasting lanyards and sampling lanyards for the event, so there's plenty to do and try out at the festival. Okay, well, this isn't really a festival, it's a celebration, but it's set up a lot similarly to the craft beer and the Seven Seas food festivals, because they have these booths. Okay, so I can see some hot chocolates, and it looks pretty good. I'm tempted. Okay, I'm gonna bypass that for now because I'm pretty positive that they're gonna have hot chocolate pretty much everywhere around SeaWorld today, so I'm just gonna explore and see what else they have. So I was not gonna get a tasting lanyard for this, but I stumbled across a booth that had so much good food at it. I have to go back and get a tasting lanyard. I have to. It's just comparatively to the price of what I would have had to pay for the food by itself. It just makes more sense to actually buy a lanyard, a sampling lanyard, so I guess I'm gonna have to come back. Okay, so this is actually really cool. They had a 5-punch lanyard and a 10-punch lanyard. I opted for the 10-punch. The 5-punch lanyard was $35, and then this was $50, but I was able to get $10 off for being a pass holder. So a $40 10-punch lanyard, when a lot of these items are going to be pretty on the expensive side, I think it's a pretty good deal. Now I can come back twice. Okay, so I stopped back by the Spiked Delights booth since I have a lanyard, and I'm trying to decide what to get from here. I don't know yet, honestly. It looks pretty good. Okay, so I got hot chocolate with peppermint schnapps in here, so that actually sounds like a pretty cool combination. I'm excited to try this. It doesn't really feel that warm, but I don't know, maybe this is just very well insulated. We'll see. Okay, so this show starts in about 30 minutes. I think I'm probably gonna go into the next show over here, but after I get a snack, a treat at a booth down here, which is the reason that I got the lanyard, and I still need to try this. Okay, I'm getting my food. They have so many delicious options over here, and I'm getting a bunch of different mac and cheese options too. It's pretty much kind of at the base of the hill where the Sea Lion and Otter show is. Okay, so this is called the traditional Christmas dinner stack, which is roasted turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, and cranberry sauce over Texas toast. And they also had bacon and blue mac and cheese. They had lobster mac and cheese, and then an Impossible mac and cheese. Sorry, I wasn't even pointing it at my face. So there is a lot of that booth that I'm very interested in trying. And this is the peppermint schnapps hot chocolate. Ooh, that is delightful. It is definitely warm. It did not feel warm at all, but it's warm, so that's awesome. And I'm not gonna eat this because it's just gonna be incredibly, I mean, you've had Thanksgiving, so It's gonna be ridiculously messy, so I'm gonna eat this and then pretty much go right up the hill, right over here to the Sea Lion and Otter Stadium to watch the Christmas show. I think because I'm deciding to come back again, I'm gonna probably split up the shows that I wanna see. So I'm gonna do this one tonight and then come back for the ice skating show in the future. All right, so I'm all done with my food. I'm about to go get a spot for the Sea Lion show, but by the time I get out of that show, it is gonna be dark. So I just wanted to get a nice dusk view of the water, of the sea of trees, which I do not think is gonna be a performance tonight. But I don't know. I do know that the festival area right over here has opened. It opens at 5 o'clock, apparently, so I can head over there as soon as the show is over. So this show starts in about 15 minutes or so I should have plenty of time to make it inside the theater and find a spot. I'm excited to see this. This is gonna be fun.
Attention, students! Tickets for today's Christmas pageant are almost sold out. If you want to attend, hurry to the cafeteria and get your tickets now.
Bah! Humbug! Santa's never gonna find out that I'm on Principal Twibby's naughty list. Do you guys know why? Because I just stole it!
It is time for the ballet rehearsal now. This is my favorite part. You will see Clyde and SeaWorld do the flying sauter. They will then do the rapid elixir. And then they're going to finish with Spirit of the Season. All right, Seymour, 5, a 6, a 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. There's 1, there's 2. Okay, very nicely done, young man. Now, get back in the water and show them your rapid elixir. Go. Very nicely done. And finish with Spirit of the Season.
Five, remember, you gotta do the flying saucer things, the rapid elixir, and end with the spirit of the season. A 5, a 6, a 5, 6, 7, 8. Ta-da!
Let's do some Christmas decorating. Ready? Right! All right, hold up the holly, hoist the mistletoe, and in honor of St. Nicholas, please blow up that Santa Claus. Why don't we hang the stockings on the chimney with him? Yes, I don't know which kind of stocking you have. Oh, okay. I love this one. It will look perfect right on the chimney. That's splendid, Seymour. Thank you so much. Okay. This is absolutely marvelous. Now we need a holiday wreath. Oh, hit me. I'm open. Right here. Yeah, I got it. Oh, Figgy pudding. Come on, Seymour. We need your help. Oh, very nice. I love it. Now, last but not least, all we have left to do is to hoist up that magnificent Christmas tree. Very good.
Yay, we did it!
Yay! It's almost time for the Christmas pageant.
Principal Twibby thinks she's gonna display the naughty and nice list at the pageant. Not! Oh, pull yourself! Get out of here! I just gotta get the list right here out of my pocket and... Wait a second, my list, what'd I do with it? Alright, don't worry everybody, let me retrace my steps. Alright, I woke up this morning, I went and bought all the toilet paper at Publix.
Hey, there's the naughty and nice list. Give me that.
Oh my gosh! Did you guys hear that? Blair is trying to ruin Christmas. He stole the naughty and nice list. That's not okay. Yeah, I hear you.
What? What is going on
cheater. On Christmas, he's ruining Christmas.
Where are we at in the show? I got lost. Do we just want to do the whole thing again? Okay.
Entertaining than just what happened right here.
Now, John, what is all this holly jolly hubbub?
Alright, Principal Twimmy. Blair stole your naughty and nice list. He is trying to ruin Christmas.
I did no such thing, and you can't prove it.
My list is gone!
Hey.
It got away.
If you guys see him, yell, scream, shout, do whatever you need to do in order to get my attention. Now, as I was trying, what? We need one person to speak at a time. That way I can figure out what is going on in this show. I'm telling you, I looked up here and I cannot see a thing. Yes, not a single thing. Is he gone? I need to look at the back.
Alright. This show's going great. So, follow my every move. What are you doing? Follow my every move and stay close behind, okay, buddy? We gotta go find that otter. Right, what we need to do is come up with another plan. Alright, Clyde, good idea. We'll split up. You go that way, I'll go this way.
Alright, let me see by a show of hands who has ever wanted to be an animal trainer. There will be an opening tomorrow. As you can tell, something has been running amok backstage, and that is Opie Otter. But we are going to move on with the show because he has decided to go where he needs to go. So we are going to pretend there's an otter running up the tower with the list. And I think I'm going to go check and see if I can find a new job myself.
Hey guys, look, it's the list! Oh, okay, it's imaginary! I found it! Christmas is saved, that's a fact.
You know what is the real Christmas miracle is that we made it through that show. But Blair, I hope you've learned your lesson because you will be getting coal in your stocking for sure.
Principal Trini, I'm afraid to ask, but the day's almost over, and we didn't really get to do... Seymour, it's my line. We did not get to do the pageant.
I'm not sure if we should do the pageant after all of this. I'll tell you what. Why don't we do the grand finale? It's the most wonderful time of the year. With the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. Those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings bring friends together. It's the most wonderful season of all. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Well, that was the wackiest show I have ever seen in that theater, but without a doubt one of the most hilarious, entertaining shows I've also ever seen before. Okay, so I came over to the Sky Tower because the Sea of Trees is going on tonight. I stand corrected. Let's go check it out. This is by far one of the best places to watch Sea of Trees because it is pretty deserted comparatively to what the areas over here look like, which are very, very packed. So that ended kind of abruptly, but that was still a beautiful show to see. I didn't know that they were going to be doing a show. I anticipated the trees being lit up, at least, but I didn't know it'd be a similar show to how they've done it in the past. But nonetheless, that was a super cool surprise. As far as the sea lion show and the otter show, that was probably one of the more entertaining shows I've ever seen in that theater. And it's interesting because whenever things really go wrong in those kinds of shows, that's when it's just more fun for the performers, for the actors, for the trainers, and then for the audience too. It's just, I don't know, it was just really funny and exciting. So, okay, now I'm heading over to the festival area because that is open now and it should be pretty cool to see at night. Maybe I can get something else to eat or drink. Again, I definitely recommend coming over to the Sky Tower area to watch Sea of Trees because you get such a great view. This camera's not the best in the low light, but you can see the Christmas lights all along the main walkway as well. SeaWorld did an incredible job of decorating. I really, really sincerely feel that Christmas spirit. Okay, heading over to the festival area. Okay, this is actually very interesting. This used to be a photo opportunity in here, but now there's a ballerina inside this dome posing for pictures. That is so cool. Okay, I've almost made it back over to the festival area, which is right over here, kind of adjacent to the dolphin nursery. I'm kind of excited to see what they have in terms of treats and snacks because I really want to use my punch lanyard. All right, so I made it into the festival area and I'm checking out the model trains. This has always been a highlight in years past, just checking these trains out, and it's a very big area as well. Isn't this cool? Okay, let's see if I can go find some snacks. Okay, so back here there were characters to meet. There's some games. Over here there's a band playing and singing, but it does look like there are a few booths over here, so I'm pretty curious what they have. So back here they had cookies and cocktails, and over here they have tacos, donuts, drinks, and trendy treats. So they have loaded mini donut bites, and then warm cinnamon and sugar mini donuts, and then they have battered fish, buffalo chicken, and then traditional beef tacos. Wow, that actually sounds pretty good. And then there's another booth way over here. Okay, so I'm kind of sad because I probably should have waited to get some hot cocoa till I came over here to the hot cocoa hut because they have butterscotch, they have toasted marshmallow, white chocolate, gingerbread, and peppermint hot cocos. And I just got the regular one with the peppermint schnapps, but it would have been cool to get like a flavored hot chocolate over there. There are a few more booths here. I know that the show just started over here, the ice skating show. So I'm gonna run over here to Christmas Town, Rudolph's Christmas Town. Okay, so that booth right over there pretty much just has drinks, no hot chocolate. This one has holiday loaves, which I got one of. This is a pumpkin spice holiday loaf, which is interesting. And then this one has cheesecake. It has peppermint bark, pumpkin, and s'mores cheesecake. But I'm gonna go try to find a spot to eat this. Okay, so I found a fake rock to sit on over by the water, which is interesting because the show over Bayside Stadium, the ice skating show, just went dark due to technical difficulties. So that's kind of unfortunate, but I'm about to have my holiday loaf. That is surprising. That's almost savory. I thought that was going to be incredibly sweet, but it's almost a little bit spicy. What? I'm confused. It's good, but it was not what I thought it was going to be. Okay, so I'm heading into Rudolph's Christmas Town. It's an adorable little walkthrough over here. It sounds like the show is back up and running and probably going to be ending pretty soon. And I think you can take a socially distant picture with probably Bumble and Rudolph. This is actually really pleasant in how they've limited the amount of people that are in here because it's normally very very congested and a little bit uncomfortable. Honestly, I'm waiting for the fireworks, which should be happening pretty much any moment from the show, the ice skating show. Oh, this is one of my favorite buttons to hit, right over here. Boop.
She thinks I'm cute. She said I'm cute.
Oh my god, it's Bumble. I don't think I'm gonna be meeting any characters, but yeah, it does look like a socially distant selfie situation over there. Whoops, I tried to zoom in and failed. There it is. So that's where you can meet Bumble, who has a very reasonable weight right now. And then right over here is Rudolph. A lot of the times you can meet him with his girlfriend, but it looks like it's just him right now. There's Rudolph right over there. And I'm pretty much done with the walkthrough. And what's really cool is that it tells the story of Rudolph as well. Little interactive buttons here too. So that's pretty neat. Well, turning the corner, this is the gift shop exit, which I've always thought was really, really neat and pretty. But that was it, Christmas Town. Okay, so I think I'm gonna grab one more snack on my way out of the park. Probably bring home to share with Brennan, and it's either gonna be the loaded mini donut bites or the warm cinnamon and sugar mini donuts. Maybe even mini donut bites. It's a little bit easier to transport. And there's the finale of the ice skating show. I knew it was gonna happen. I wanted to run over here real quick before I got in line for the donuts, but that means that theater is about to empty and this area is about to get pretty clogged with people. So, off to get my donuts and then head out of the park. Okay, so never mind, they were out of donuts, so I'm heading back over here to this booth, which is one that I originally wanted to go to for some cheesecake. Okay, so I got my cheesecake. I got the Peppermint bark cheesecake, and I'm gonna be probably taking this home, but I'll take a couple bites of this in just a second. But I was passing by this acapella group, and they are doing an incredible job. Okay, so I'm heading out of the park right now. I'm trying to find a spot where I can actually eat this before it melts. I may go behind the tree. Would that be weird? Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this pretty quickly to get this home to Brennan before it melts. But this is the Peppermint bark cheesecake. But then she told me it was also ice cream, so. Nope, that is cheesecake. She was like, enjoy your ice cream. I guess it's kind of like ice cream because it's in a cone. And this is great. So I used 4 punches out of my 10 punches, so I definitely need to come back to get my money's worth. But I kind of had dinner before this, so hopefully next time I can come back with a bigger appetite. All right, so there it was, my first trip to SeaWorld's 2020 Christmas celebration. I had an incredible time. I got a lot of treats, and this is refillable for 99 cents. You can get a refill on hot chocolate if you bring this cup back. So that's probably something I'm going to be doing in the future. I need to use the rest of my entire punch lanyard. I think this will be the first time that I've ever come back a second time to SeaWorld's Christmas celebration, because it usually doesn't run that long, and then when it does, it's very busy. It was pretty busy today, but it was manageable, and it was a lot of fun. That show just really put a smile on my face. I didn't really get the best seat in the stadium, but it was still such a funny show, and then just getting the food that I don't think I've ever had here before, and the selection that they've had has been incredible and surprising and very, very filling, and I'm gonna be back without a doubt. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you soon. Have a good day, and goodbye.